Every few centuries, we have seen an amazing character who defies the logic of his or her times and overcomes odds of unimaginable proportions to achieve glory like never before. In the 1800s, one such man was alive in India who would establish himself as a tour de force and raise his homeland like a phoenix from the ashes. His name was Maharaja Gulab Singh. This is a special series about Maharaja Gulab Singh, the man who established the state of Jammu and Kashmir and altered the frontiers of India permanently, and a man who has consumed my interest in him to the extent of an obsession. Gulab Singh as a man was unlike any of the turbulence of India of those times. While the Indians in the plains, including the Marathas and the Sikhs, and the British maneuvered to gain control in Indo-Gangetic India, Maharaja Gulab Singh charted a course that few would realize the import of till the plan succeeded. Forever an enigma, his life continues to intrigue and divide scholars and commoners alike on his role in history. His inability to read and write did not deter his ambitions, and by the end of his lifetime, he was able to ensure a state that had Tibet as its neighbor and Afghanistan and Russia a stone's throw away. This is a series that traces the life of Gulab Singh and looks at the various aspects of his life to understand better the man who remains a subject of much fascination. The series shall dive into the life, the events, the campaigns, and the intrigues during Maharaja Gulab Singh's times, and see how a man who started off on a horse went on to be the founder of a kingdom that was twice the size of the United Kingdom, and one which lasted over 2 centuries. My name is Rohit Pathania, and this is Gulab, the podcast. As a Jagirdar, Gulab Singh's star rose rapidly in quick time. Much of the successes arose from the military successes, which in turn was rewarded rather richly by the Lahore Sarkar of Maharaja Ranjit Singh. The knack of fighting a good battle was truly Gulab Singh's forte, and along with Dhyan Singh and Suchet Singh, a crack force of sowars and artillery was soon built up, thanks no doubt to the influence of such people as Alexander Gardner, that followed modern European techniques of fighting warfare with weapons that are probably some of the best. The fear of Gulab Singh is well identified for a variety of reasons. Firstly, Gulab Singh was ruthless in crushing rebellions as per some accounts. Baba Satinder Singh records the British conversing with Gulab Singh, who, in a light-hearted manner, would describe just scalping the top of the heads of the insolent criminal and rebels as a punishment to ward off the others. To quote the statement attributed to Gulab Singh, and I quote, "Sometimes when I wished to frighten a man, I had him scalped but a little piece, and just as he thought he was really going to be killed, I put his scalp on again and let him go." End quote. A case in point often pointed out was the manner in which Mia Dido was neutralized by Gulab Singh and his men. Born in Jakti village, Nagrota, in 1780 to Mia Hazari Singh Jamwal, Mia Dido was a hero and a warrior, unparalleled in courage. In 1808, he was the only other warrior alongside Gulab Singh to have noted a victory He was furious over the surrender by Mia Mota Singh and with Bhupdev chose to fight on. By 1816, Jammu had become the Jagir of Prince Khadak Singh, the heir apparent. However, the Jagir saw a serious problem of harassment of the Khalsa Raj officials by Mia Dido and his band of 50-odd men, who left no opportunity to embarrass the Lahore Durbar. What made it worse was the fact that many attempts made to capture him failed. While Mia Dido was popular amongst the people, the administration suffered. There were murders of government officials, while highways became unsafe as people like Puro Darohra started to play the highwayman role to Elan. Even the local zamindars refused to heed the call of duty, making the situation vulnerable and forcing the Lahore Darbar to contemplate a large-scale military plan. The situation had gone on unchecked for too long, as the Raj Darshini reminds us, and this too long was nothing less than 8 years. At that stage, Gulab Singh intervened and stated something rather pertinent and pleasing to the Lahore Sarkar, essentially alluding to the point that it does not take an army to kill a fly. Gulab Singh asked that he be entrusted to get hold of Mia Dido. Impressed by the analogy, Gulab Singh got a free hand from Maharaja Ranjit Singh to catch hold of Mian Dido. The strategic mind of Gulab Singh comes to the fore as one learns of the tactics employed. While many today would see it as cruelty, in those days, public executions through tortuous means and public display of bodies was rather mainstream. It was even a practice that the British East India Company had put to good effect upon winning the 1857 Mutiny Revolt. With most of the anarchy quelled, Mian Dido and his gang continued to remain defiant. For Mian Dido, a special technique personally involving Gulab Singh was taken up. On learning that villages used to give food to Mian Dido and his followers, Gulab Singh would personally pretend to be the Mian and scout out and punish villagers who would help. This had the desired effect within no time, as villagers would doubt if it was really Mian Dido or an impostor. The discovery of Mian Dido in 1820 seems to be a chance one, as one day impostors discovered his presence in Riasi. However, as Gulab Singh and his men gave chase, it was to their chagrin that Mian Dido fought and managed to escape the clutches, hiding himself in the Trikuta hills, the abode of Mata Vaishno Devi. Eventually, as the account of Diwan Kirpa Ram states, the soldiers of Gulab Singh had wanted to capture Mian Dido and even managed to corner him at Sanji Chhat. However, he had nothing but abuses for the soldiers and Gulab Singh, calling for a one-on-one duel constantly. Eventually, he was killed, and Gulab Singh, on learning the news, felt rather sad. Sad because Mian Dido was his own kin, and sad because Gulab Singh had felt that he would have been able to convince Mian Dido to mend his ways and help establish order. But the story of Mian Dido would live on in Jammu for ages to come. Instead, Gulab Singh went on to induct the two sons of Mian Dido, Basant Singh and Mian Gusahon, into his own ranks of attendants, even making Basant the commandant. Another particular instance of quelling rebellions that speaks much of Gulab Singh was the Rajouri episode. Rajouri, the Rajapuri of ancient times, had been under the Lahore Durbar. However, the nature of their assistance to the Durbar in their conquest of Kashmir had betrayed the ill will of Raja Aghar Khan, the Marzaban. Lahore had not forgotten the treachery that led to the disaster of the first Kashmir campaign of the Khalsa forces, a campaign that had seen Maharaja Ranjit Singh's own participation. Eventually, the time came when in May 1820, the opportunity rose. Gulab Singh was deputed by the Lahore Darbar to capture Aghar Khan. A man remained hidden in the higher reaches. Stony pathways of the high mountains of the area were no deterrent to the will of Gulab Singh, who carried on with just 25 of the 150 followers who had started off with him for the campaign. Eventually, another Marzaban of the area, overawed by the will of Gulab Singh, handed over Aghar Khan, who was eventually arrested and taken away. Many people and historians too constantly talk of the role played by the Jamwal brothers and their treachery in Lahore that got Ranjit Singh to grant favours. However, this narrative is shoddy, and as these and many incidents show, it was rather the military and strategic prowess of Gulab Singh that had won the attention of Maharaja Ranjit Singh, pleasing him to the point of even granting the Jammu Jagir to the family of Kishore Singh, their father. The crushing of rebellions would just be the tip of the iceberg, and it was the battles with the Afghans that would singularly prove Gulab Singh as a mighty fearless warrior, true to the spirit of Maharaja Ranjit Singh's own might. As they say, sometimes there are cases where some people's fortunes remain intertwined, and the rise of one accompanies the rise of the other. This certainly seemed to be the case of Maharaja Ranjit Singh and Maharaja Gulab Singh. Maharaja Ranjit Singh, as we had mentioned earlier, held great regard for the three brothers and was particularly impressed by the bravery and intelligence that they often displayed for strategic campaigning and military action. While Dhyan Singh and Suchet Singh would also be often seen being part of the campaigns, historical accounts suggest that it would usually be Gulab Singh who would be called on to tackle many a problem, making him even more important at times than Hari Singh Nalwa. While Hari Singh Nalwa was a great general, he was considered rather brash. Unlike him, Gulab Singh was seen as a smart dealer. Even in his rather distasteful commentary, John Lawrence could not help but remark the distinct nature and the abilities of Gulab Singh. To quote from Frederick Gibbon's biography of the Lawrence brothers, and I quote, Lawrence admitted that he was an intriguer with an unerring instinct to further his own ends, that he was dishonest, cruel, a liar, and a miser. But he maintained that, while these faults were common to Asiatic rulers, Gulab Singh had virtues of exceeding rarity, that he was able and brave, and that his morals were vastly superior to those of the common run of Indian Rajas, that on occasions he could be mild, conciliatory, and even merciful. End quote. Maharaja Ranjit Singh never had a dull moment militarily on the northwestern frontier. The Afghans, especially the Yusufzais, had given him a lot of trouble, and there were continuous attempts to raid and harass the territory to seize it. Therefore, Ranjit Singh would often engage in a stratagem that would seek to shock and awe the enemy, among other things. One such occasion arose in 1818, when the civil war in Kabul was seen as an opportune moment to conquer Dera Ghazi Khan. Gulab Singh was appointed the head of the campaign. Receiving the order, Gulab Singh rushed to take charge by crossing the Attak river, a tributary of the Sindhu Darya, and, to the surprise of many, conquered a seemingly unsurmountable fort in the very first attempt. In this campaign, the Yusufzai Marzbans decided to rebel in Peshawar and cause significant mayhem. Forced to act, the forces of the Lahore durbar decided to take on the Yusufzai, and Ranjit Singh personally led the vanguard. Facing the ferocious Attak river this time, Gulab Singh won laurels from Ranjit Singh by entering the river without second thought. While Ranjit Singh praised him and taunted his other leading men, he besieged Gulab to trace back, as the river had a dangerous whirlpool formation. Subsequently, Ranjit Singh prayed to the river and crossed with his force on an elephant. Prayers have powers, they say, and no one was harmed till the last of the soldiers did not cross through. Once safe, Gulab Singh and others charged like madmen. With a matchlock in one hand and a pistol in another, Gulab Singh tore through and piled up bodies, even after his horse was injured. And such were the losses of the Yusufzai that they fled away from the battlefront. Maharaja Ranjit Singh chased down the retreating forces and got them slaughtered. Eventually, though, the Amir of Afghanistan sued for peace. Once he looked at the forces of the Lahore Darbar due to a chance encounter. Intending to attack with a larger force, Dost Muhammad's younger brother Sultan Muhammad was disheartened to see the professionalism and modern artillery and thus sued for peace. In all of this, it was definitely the case that Gulab Singh emerged as the favourite of Maharaja Ranjit Singh. Thanks to the achievements on the ground, Gulab Singh would become the go-to person for the Sarkar, as Hari Singh Nalwa became the governor of Peshawar. April 1824 again saw another confrontation, where Sardar Azim Khan, the Wali of Kabul, instigated a revolt. Ranjit Singh dispatched an 8,000-strong force under Prince Sher Singh, accompanied by Hari Singh, Sindhanwalia and Atariwala Sardars. Crossing the Attak again, the army faced sniper assault outside the Jagira fort. Encamping for 3 days, the army decides to take this assault to the fort and conquered it. However, while returning, they got surrounded at Tihri near Akora by 40,000 Mujahids, while another 15,000 troops of Sardar Azim Khan sandwiched them from the other side. Hearing the news, troops led by Ranjit Singh marched instantly from Lahore and reached Tihri at blinding speed. However, the leadership got perplexed, somewhat tense about the sheer strength of the opponent. In this moment, it was decided that offense is the best defense, and without second thought, Dhyan Singh climbed down his horse and ordered the troops to charge. His battle cry gave heart to the till then tense forces. A close battle ensued. As arms clashed and guns roared, Suchet Singh, the third brother, also showed his mettle on the battlefield, proving just how important a cog he was. This charge allowed Ranjit Singh and his own cavalry and artillery to take on Azim Khan. Eventually, the Lahore Darbar, after taking significant losses in the form of eminent people like Maharaja Singh, scored a big victory, forcing Azim Khan to take flight to Kabul. This victory consolidated the hold of Maharaja Ranjit Singh on the area, putting all conflicts with the Afghans to a near end. The Afghan campaigns have always been considered a high point of the Ranjit Singh Empire. However, little is discussed of the people who enabled the victories, particularly the three brothers Gulab, Dhyan and Suchet. Therefore, often when lazy historians talk of the rise of the Dogras in the Lahore Darbar, it is a sign of ignorance, willful or otherwise, of the contributions to the expansion of the empire. Without them, it would not have been possible. The Afghan campaigns were a sign of many more victories to come, leading to the meteoric rise of the brothers in the court of Maharaja Ranjit Singh and the affairs of Lahore in the years to come, even after the demise of Ranjit Singh, a man blessed by fortune.